It's that time of year again, the holidays, the excitement, the expectations, having to drive all over the world to visit everyone, all the presents you forgot to buy, all of the parties you've been invited to and don't know what to wear and don't know what to eat. If you're already feeling overwhelmed, depleted, and the Thanksgiving turkey hasn't even been roasted, you might be dealing with more than holiday burnout. Hi, I'm Jessica Drummond, founder of CustomHormoneHealing.com. As a physical therapist and clinical nutritionist, it is my mission to help women feel good again in their bodies. And here's a hint, it's not you, it's your hormones. So today we're going to talk about a really hot topic, adrenal fatigue. And this is actually the first in a 3-part video series explaining adrenal fatigue, helping you to see if it might be something that you're struggling with, that it's not just end of the year holiday burnout, and to find out some steps you can take to feel better again right away. So today we're going to talk about what is adrenal fatigue and how is it different from holiday burnout. So let's get a little science nerd for a second. This is some of my favorite stuff, so be patient with me. Now my drawing artwork, it's a little fun too. So this is a brain. I know, just go with me here. In the middle of the brain, there's this fancy thing called the corpus callosum, and that connects the two halves of your brain together. Below that, there's a gland called the thalamus, and right below that, the reason why it's called hypo is your hypothalamus. And below the hypothalamus is a little gland called the pituitary gland. Now, when there is a stressful situation in your life, whether it's physical stress or emotional stress, the hypothalamus releases a signal, a hormone signal, called CRH. I'll just keep it with the abbreviations. No need to get into the details here. So CRH is the hypothalamus's signal to the pituitary gland. We're under stress. The pituitary gland then sends out a signal called ACTH, another messenger hormone, that travels through the bloodstream all the way down to your adrenal glands. And your adrenal glands are two little hats that sit right on top of each kidney. So this is your beautiful kidney. You have two, and they're located in the small of your back. And sitting right on top are two fancy little hats that I like to call, well, that are called the adrenal gland. The adrenal glands are made up of two main parts. The cortex, which is the outside part, and the medulla, which is the inside center of the adrenal glands. When it comes to stress, the goal, what happens is that as the pituitary releases that ACTH, it signals the adrenal glands there's stress. The body needs to get ready to run away from that tiger, fight off that tiger. So you're going to need a few things to happen in your body. You're going to need blood sugar raised so that you can run and get that blood sugar into your muscles. You're going to need your blood pressure raised. You're going to have your heart beating faster. And a lot of those physiologic responses are signaled by your stress buffering hormone, cortisol. Cortisol is really important here, keep that in mind. And when there's a really fast need for fight or flight, the hormones in the middle of the adrenal glands, epinephrine and norepinephrine, are like even stronger racers, like heartbeat really fast, blood pressure up, run, 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 here comes the tiger. So that's the system at work, and it works really well when you're being chased by a tiger a couple of times a year. But here's the problem. Our stressful situations are not so acute. They are chronic. And so this system is overacting. It's going on over and over and over by little simple triggers that happen in your everyday life. So what can trigger this chronic stress response? The first is eating sugar. So our ancestors ate on a maximum about 15, 16 pounds of sugar a year on rare special occasions, and a little bit of of sugar the body can handle really well, balancing cortisol and insulin. But now we eat an average of 168 pounds of sugar every year. And that bombards that system day in and day out. And eventually those little hats on top of your kidneys get so tired. Two other things can trigger that response to go on and on and on day in and day out. And in sugar, I also want to include caffeine and alcohol and things like bread that turn quickly into sugar in your body. The second thing is prolonged emotional stress. So imagine you're caring for a sick family member day in and day out for years. That triggers that system and really tires out those little hats. Several stressful events in a row. This is what triggered my own adrenal fatigue. I had a baby after being on bed rest who didn't sleep through the night. Then I moved in five times in 5 years. Then I took a very stressful, busy job, and my husband traveled full-time out of town for work. All of these things stacked up and tired out my little adrenal glands. So if any of this sounds like you, I want you to stay tuned for video number 2. And we're going to talk about the symptoms of adrenal fatigue, how they're different from simple symptoms of more simple holiday burnout. And then in video 3, we'll talk about what to do about them. So today, leave a comment below this video telling me what you learned about your stress response system. And please ask me any questions you have about your stress response system and your adrenal glands so we can answer them in upcoming videos. And if you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. And I will see you soon.